Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back to the channel. This can be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Sagittarius. Let's get into your general love reading. Let's see what's going on. What do you need to know at this time? Keep in mind, this is timeless, so just take the messages with a grain of salt. You're going to know if it's going to be for you. So let's tap into this energy. Let's tap in. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see your situation, challenge. We're going to see your energy. We will clarify the cards. Yeah, you could be gaining balance after some kind of unjust situation. Let's see. What is the situation? What is your situation? We have labyrinth. Situations that are often difficult to understand or solve, complex, and where finding a way out is challenging. Okay. What's your challenge? Ladder. To reach a goal, one must move forward, but sometimes stepping back is also part of the journey. And your energy is quest, a specific or unclear state of search and effort to reach a goal. Yeah, so you're definitely on a journey here. You're trying to very interesting. Okay, so your situation is that you could be in a sticky situation, okay? It feels like you're in a labyrinth. It feels like you could be going in circles. There's something here that's complex, where finding a way out is challenging. You're trying to make sense of something, right? Because when I think about going into a maze, you kind of need to use strategy. You need to use, I'm getting something to do with memory. You have to make critical decisions. So there's something here that you're assessing or you're being asked to assess, okay, with the situation. It's like you're trying to find your way out. The challenge here is that, yeah, you could be feeling stuck. To reach a goal, one must move forward, but sometimes stepping back. You see what I mean? Like, one must move forward to get out of the labyrinth, but sometimes it's like, again, there's something to do with memory. It's like you have to go back or backtrack. You know, you go one way, it doesn't work out, then you have to, right? Like, let's say you turn and then there's a dead end and then you have to kind of turn back. I don't know if you ever did, if you've done a maze or I don't know. I'm getting those Halloween times where they have the corn mazes, the cornfield maze. Okay. Like that could be something. So Spirit is just showing me that you're going through this maze, but sometimes in order to kind of go forward, you may have to go right, but then it requires you to go back because it was a dead end. So it's like you kind of have to go back and forth. So I feel like with your challenge is that maybe you're feeling a bit stuck. And yeah, your energy is definitely giving me, I love how these cards are just fitting so well together. A specific or unclear state of search, an effort to reach a goal. What the overall energy is journey. Discovering oneself, events or people, embarking on a journey or moving, making a change. Yeah, so you're making a change. You're maneuvering through this labyrinth. You're maneuvering, you're trying to make your way through, you're trying to get out of a situation. You're trying to find a way out of this. Okay, let's see labyrinth. Tell us more about this situation. Astro's having the best time of his life. He's super fixated on a red squirrel eating nuts. Okay, let's see your situation. There could be family conflict here that you're trying to get out of, okay? You're trying to get out of a sticky situation. Maybe you're trying to figure out the solution. What is this labyrinth for Sagittarius? Yeah, broken heart. deception, lies, forbidden love, heartbreak, deep sorrow, and the grieving process. So you could be feeling like you're walking through this labyrinth alone. Okay? Searching for freedom. Wanting to remove yourself from this energy. Okay? Trying to... Let's get one more. And the grieving process. Let's get one more. The moon. Mystery, intuition, illusion, hidden truth, dreams, emotional cycles, and the subconscious mind. Yeah. So this has something to do with the subconscious mind. Maybe you're doing like... Okay, so this is like, I want to say this is deep. This has something to do with even your long-term memory. Excuse me, yeah, confirmation. This could be like long-term memory. This could be, there's something here to do with memory. Okay, like... Because it requires you, I'm also getting like it requires you to even use your working memory. When you're going through this. Okay, anyways. But this has something to do with replaying events or replaying something here that you've been suppressing. It's replaying, or you have to go back to it. And it's like, you see, like with challenge, to reach a goal, one must move forward. But sometimes stepping back is also part of the journey. Sometimes stepping back and reflecting is also part of the journey. Not to look back to stay stuck and to, you know, like stay in a victim mentality. But it's kind of like to heal this deep pain, or to, there's some kind of subconscious mind, some kind of emotional cycle that you keep replaying. Or it's like I'm getting, it's like an unconscious pattern that keeps replaying. And it's in order to kind of stop this unconscious pattern, one has to see things objectively. What's your challenge? Ladder. So it's like you can't move forward, especially with quests. It's like you could be trying to move forward, but you can't. You feel like you're going in circles. You feel like you could just be going in circles. Like, I've been here before, why is, and then you could be getting frustrated because, yeah, so this could very much be that you feel like you're going in circles. Like, there's no end to this circle. Let's see. Yeah, so you're feeling stuck. Okay, what is this challenge? Ladder. Let's see this ladder for the challenge for Sagittarius. What is this ladder? It's like you want to move forward, but it's almost like, yeah, there's an obstacle. It's almost like, yeah, like Spirit just showed me U-turn, okay? So you're trying to move forward, but now there's a U-turn. So it's like you hit a wall. There's a dead end. A situation that makes it difficult or prevents something from happening, preventing you from moving forward. There's an obstacle here that is preventing you to move forward, and you kind of need to go back to look at the source of the problem. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Ladder. What's the challenge? Snake. Ooh. Cold-blooded, self-interested, threatening individuals and influences. So you got snakes coming after you? Or they're appearing on your path. Something vague, secret, not fully understood, or concealed from knowledge. Okay, so your challenge here is that you're trying to reach, this is like snakes and ladders. That's funny. Snakes and ladders. So again, it's the same thing. It's like you're trying to move forward, and it's like maybe you need to go up those ladders, but then instead you get a snake and you go down, right? Like, so I'm getting snakes and ladders. So your challenge is like you're trying to move forward, or you're trying to go up, but then you're encountered with somebody or something, and then you go down, and then you kind of have to work your way up again, and then you're going down again, and you kind of have to, right? So it's almost like these events, right? If you've ever played snakes and ladders, it's almost like sometimes it's by chance that you end up on snake or you end up on a ladder and you go up. Like it's, in that case, it's kind of luck because it depends on the dice, right? So it's almost like, what is this? Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's get, so Spirit is showing me like a lot of games, or Spirit is showing me like a lot of, okay, let's see. Your challenge, snake and ladder, ladder and snake. So you're trying to get up, you're trying to make it to the top, or you're trying to move forward, but you could be encountered with a lot of snakes. Cold-blooded, threatening individuals that is trying to bring you down, you know, trying to take you down. I feel like there's even a song where she talks about snake and... Okay, let's see the challenge. Effort. The process of putting in effort to complete a task or reach a goal in order to achieve a desired outcome. Yeah, you see, it's like you're trying to get to the top of the mountain, but you keep getting, it's like as much as you try to go up and climb and climb and climb, you get a snake and then you go down. So it's, you could be feeling quite discouraged. Because it's like you're trying to move forward, but you're also feeling like you're going in circles. A specific or unclear state of search and effort to reach a goal. Okay, so this is you. You're on a quest. You're on a mission. You're on a mission to achieve a goal. You're on a mission to remove yourself or to release yourself from this labyrinth. You're on a mission to free yourself from this broken heart and this cycles. You're on a mission to free yourself. But it's almost like in order to free yourself, there's something here that you have to assess. There's something here that you have to look at. And this goes deep. This is like subconscious. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe you guys are into like psychology. Could be very much into psychology. Let's see quest for your situation. What is quest for your energy here? Luck. The occurrence of events by chance and a half. You see what I mean? Like that's what I was seeing with the challenge. It's like sometimes it's also luck, depending if you step on a snake and you go down, or you go on a ladder and you go up. It's almost like it's by chance. But it's like eventually you're bound to get on that ladder. You're bound to step on that ladder. It's all about timing. You know what I mean? Like you're bound to, yeah, I'm getting the chills. You're bound to eventually, and it doesn't matter how many times you go, like, so this could be a metaphor for it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, you just get back up. I know that's like fucking corny. We hear that all the time. But yeah, it's let's see. Yeah, you feel like Wheel of Fortune with unreachable, like you feel like this is unreachable. You feel like you're never going to reach this goal. You feel like it's a never-ending cycle. Things that are difficult to obtain or reach and may need to be given up, with fate continuously moving in a cycle or completely breaking free from a search. You see what I mean? Like you're in a search and loop. This is like a hamster on a wheel. You feel like you're going in circles. You feel like you're never going to reach a goal. You feel like... Okay, let's see quest and luck. But it's like you're bound to eventually... Okay, let's see your energy, quest and luck. Rejection. Rejecting or not wanting, not accepting, disregarding. Okay, so you may not... Okay, wait. The occurrence of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way with rejection. Not wanting, you're not wanting to accept that that sometimes it's luck. I don't know what this is. A specific or unclear state of search. Like you may also think that sometimes it's not luck. You make your own luck. You know, like you... Yeah, wise. The revelation of the unknown, having knowledge, having experience. So you could be realizing that, this could even be like, I don't know, this is like balance, like realizing that sometimes it's luck and sometimes it's your free will. You know what I mean? It's your free will whether you get to choose to play the game. Like snakes and ladders. This is a metaphor. So just like take it how it resonates, okay? But Spirit is showing me it's like you have the free will whether you want to play or not, but it's up to chance whether you fall on a snake or a ladder, or whether you fall on none. Does that make sense? Change in time. You see? Transformation, adaptation, shifting from one state to another in situations that are timely or take more time. So eventually, you're bound to get on that ladder. You're bound to, and it really depends if you want to continue to play or not. If you want to continue to, if you want to keep trying or you want to give up. So I don't know if this is like specifically a goal that you're working on, or this is like a level of consciousness. But I definitely feel like for your situation, you're moving through something, trying to heal, trying to go through something. But I feel like with time and change, it's like it's bound to change. It's bound to work out in your favor. Because it's energy. Let's get one more for the challenge. Ladder, snake, effort. Yeah, bear. Protection, safeguarding physical or mental. Yeah, like physical, like maybe you've... Okay, so this is like physical and mental strength and resilience. How much are you willing to take? Are you going to allow your moments of failure to define you? Are you going to allow those moments to bring you down? Or it's a state of mind too, right? Or are you also going to, get up and try again? And allow it to fuel you or to make you strong. And it's definitely making you strong and resilient because it keeps knocking you down. And how you see failure, if you allow it to define you or make you feel like you're not good enough, then you're going to stay down. But if you allow it to kind of fuel you and be like, okay, well, you know what? It's part of the game. It's part of the game to get that snake and go down. It's part of the game where somebody just by chance, they get it and they go right onto the ladder and they go up, and then another ladder and then they win. It's by chance. Is it really strategy? Right? But you falling, getting back up, falling, getting back up, falling, getting back up, you're learning a lot more than the person who's getting it just by chance. Does that make sense? So you're falling, you're getting back up. You're falling, you're getting back up. Then you maybe have to find another strategy, and it's making you resilient, and you're tired and you may want to quit and whatever. But it's like, sometimes you even need to just like meditate on it or let go of control. But the person who just gets it automatically by chance, not even by strategy, like there's no strategy in snakes and ladders. You roll the dice, I don't know, and it's by chance that you end up getting a snake or a ladder, right? So it's just by chance. But you, on the other hand, it's like you're learning how to handle defeat or failure, and it's making you stronger and more resilient. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see this journey. So you're rediscovering oneself, events or people, embarking on a journey or moving. Mystery. Something vague, secret, not fully understood or concealed from knowledge. Yeah, like you're on a journey to try to figure out this mystery. I don't know, mystery of life? This is really interesting. I've never thought of like snake. It never came to my mind when I saw the snake and ladder. That's really funny. It's really funny how it's coming through. And you could be surrounded by these clowns, sarcastic personality, joyful times, the effort to seek enjoyment. Yeah, inaction, not taking steps or making any effort towards a situation or problem. Okay, let's see your guidance. What's your guidance? Because you're coming through as quest, so you're definitely on a quest. But you could even have this mentality where it's, oh, it's just luck. People have their luck. And that could be, I mean, yes, I do believe that. But it's also like you make your own luck too. Like you have to, I keep hearing like you gotta get up and try again, try again. I don't know what song that is. You gotta get up and try again. Like you have to keep going. You know what I mean? Like you can't just assume that it's luck. Sometimes rejection is also luck. You know what I mean? Like you hear these situations, Astro. You hear these situations where it's like, in like, let's say, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what, for example, okay, because the only person I could think of, and this happens a lot, is, I don't know her name, but Phoebe from Friends, okay? And how she said that she had tried out for a certain TV show or movie or something, but she got rejected. And they said like she wasn't good enough. And then that rejection actually helped her to get onto Friends. And then she became like a well-known actress. I don't know if she was famous before that, but you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes the rejection is also the luck because it pushes you to go somewhere else. It pushes you to get up and try again, you know, and it gives you this resilience. It makes you resilient and strong, and you're not allowing somebody to tell you that you can't do something. It's going to be up to you when you give it up. And even if you do give it up, if you give up something, or you realize that it's not working out, like sometimes it's also surrendering. Like I'm getting another situation too, where if you've been watching the Olympics, the girl Alyssa, and how she retired for a few years because she wasn't enjoying it or whatever it was, and she had surrendered it. She had given it up. She had released that kind of, she stopped resisting. And then when she went back and she did it for herself, and she did it from her spirit, and she didn't allow people to define her, she did it because it felt good for her, that's when she got gold. You know what I mean? So it's like there's something to do with like, forget what people are saying. This could be your mentality where you think it's luck, but you need to stop thinking that way, even though in some situation it is luck. But those people that have a lucky break, they're not actually learning anything. They're getting it. It's easy. Right? It's easy. But it's like you get the crown. Like you'll get the crown. It'll feel better when you make it to the top, knowing that you struggled and you failed. And it's part of the game, but you didn't allow it to bring you down. You didn't allow it to define you. So this, like, what are you doing? You know? Okay, so let's see your guidance. So there's something to do with your situation. It's like, it's okay to like go back. It's okay to move. Like sometimes you go forward, but then you have to go back. because you make a wrong turn and then you get lost and you get out, then it gets dark. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a cycle. It's a part of this cycle. But it's how you're willing to kind of see it. It is the awareness of one's own thoughts, feelings, and existence, focusing solely on thinking about seeing oneself. It's the way you see yourself. We have justice, fairness, balance, truth, accountability, equality, and making decisions based on what is right and ethical. And I'm getting it's like you're making decisions about what is right and ethical. You're not cheating. Some people may be cheating when they do snakes and ladders, but you're not actually learning anything when you're cheating. You're learning to get there faster, but you're not learning how to actually handle the failure. You don't know how to actually deal with the loss. And that's what's strength. That's what tests your strength. That's what makes you strong. Okay, you could be looking at yourself and you could be feeling it's like a distorted point of view, maybe the way you see yourself, but I feel with this justice here, doing what is right and ethical, and sometimes it takes longer because you're actually doing what is right and ethical. Like, is it really luck, or people are just sneaking and stealing, and is that really luck? Let's see your guidance. What's the for Sagittarius? Love this message. And the act of bringing an event, process, or period to a close, the state of being final with no continuation or progress. Beautiful. So your guidance is, like, again, you've reached the end, or you're coming to an end. Something here is coming to an end. Let's get one more for your guidance, or you need to put an end to something. Let's see, what is this guidance? Poverty. A state of having very little money, resources, or possession, feeling emotional or material deprivation. Again, dead end. You see what I mean? Like you're going through the labyrinth, a place, a condition where things must stop or options are exhausted, and then you kind of have to go back. So your guidance is you've reached the end. This is the end. Okay, what is this? End in poverty. Again, self, the way you see yourself. Okay, so this could be like a metaphor, emotional deprivation, feeling like you're not in. Okay, so you need to put an end the way you see yourself. You need to stop looking. You need to, okay, end in poverty, like you're looking at yourself as like you're not enough, a state of having like, oh, I don't have a lot of money, I don't have these things, it's luck, it's by chance. So there's some kind of mindset that you have. Let's get one more. You need to put an end to some kind of lack mentality. And it's like if you have, you know, if there's a will, there's a way. When there's a will, there's a way. Let's get one more. Burden. Emotional or physical weight or load. A task or responsibility that could be overwhelming. What's this guidance? There's something to do with unpacking. Repeating process, returning or starting over. So I don't know if like some of you want to travel, not travel, but like move, change. This could even be like, again, a metaphor, like emotional weight or load. It's weighing you down. Or it's like you want to go somewhere, you want to, but you feel like you don't have enough money. What is this? What is this guidance? What are you trying to tell Sagittarius? What is the guidance advice here? Bridge. A transition to a new situation, environment, or event. Supporting move. Yeah, it's like you want to like move. You want to go on to a new situation. Again, this could even be metaphor. Maybe it's like you're not actually moving, but this could be like moving from one state of mind to another state of mind. moving from, moving from I don't have this or I'm not enough to lack mentality to I'm going to find a way there. I'm going to get there. I'm going to take one step at a time. I'm going to challenge myself. It's the way you see failure. And it's interesting because I'm actually learning about this in my class. It's the way you see failure. Nobody likes to fail, but it's, right? Because it's like, it's painful for the ego. And it's like, it makes you feel like you're not enough, but everybody fails. And the people who take the most risks are more likely to fail than if you stay in your comfort zone, but you never learn anything. You're staying in the safe side. So yeah, you may not be like failing, or you're trying to avoid failure by not trying new things, but you're not actually gaining anything. You're not getting any experience. You're not getting any knowledge. You're not getting strength and resilience because you're staying on the safe path. I'm going to stay on the path that is familiar compared to going on a path that may test my strength, right? So it's like you could take the easy path and it may be longer to the destination, or you take the shortest path and it's like harder to climb, something like that. I don't know. So you're transitioning from one state of mind to another. Yeah, cross. Belief, religious belief, spirituality, like you're surrendering to something, the battle between good and evil. You could be like, I'm getting like surrendering, or you're realizing, with again, self and freedom. I love that. You see, it's like you wanting freedom, or you wanting to, what is this? This is really interesting. Independence, the ability to move without restrictions, liberation from obstacle, liberation from this mindset. I feel like this is a mindset. The way you see failure, the way you see life, the way you see, and it's, I want to say it's like, I understand if you resonate with this message. I really understand how you feel, because I feel the limitations and the pressure is not coming from yourself. It's the pressure of society. It's the pressure of social conditioning. It's the pressure of like, if you don't have this at a certain time, you know what I mean? Like, but this is definitely more than just material wealth. This is definitely spiritual, but it's also mental. You may be feeling like mentally exhausted and fatigued, right? Emergency, critical situation. Maybe you're experiencing like health issues. Okay. But again, it's like you're transitioning from one state to another. Spirituality and surrender. It's like you've been praying, or it's like you've been asking for guidance. Like, try to help, like, can you help me out of this situation? It's the way you are seeing something. This could even be tied to shame. But I feel like the way you see something with self and freedom, yeah, the way you see yourself is going to allow you to free yourself from this painful cycle. The way you see yourself. You need to change the way you see yourself. Let's see this freedom in self. I like that. Queen of Wands. This is about your power, your strength. You know what I mean? The fire, spirituality, Aries energy, Mars energy, being determined. I'm also getting anger, right? Because you may be feeling angry. Yeah, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So you could be, Five of Pentacles, okay, we have Judgment. So yeah, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like you're removing yourself from the cold. You could have been in the cold. But yeah, I'm also getting Mars. So this could even be anger. Allowing what happened in your life to fuel you, to push you. Again, it's the way you see it. Death card. Yeah, the death card. There's change here for you. You're seeing yourself clearly, or you're seeing a situation clearly. You're seeing your worth. Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. You're seeing your worth. So you definitely didn't allow this situation to bring you down. Or maybe like it brought you down for a bit. But you have a strong spirit here. Like, you didn't give up. You kept fighting with the Five of Wands. Yeah, and the World card. You kept fighting. Like, you didn't give up on yourself. Maybe you feel like people gave up on you. And then you may have been, like, you may have felt alone. Ten of Swords. You felt betrayed. This is literally the movie, and I've referenced it multiple times with Leonardo DiCaprio. What's it called? Reverend? Yeah. You had yourself. You only had yourself here. You may have felt like people gave up on you, or they projected this onto you. They made you feel like you weren't going to be anybody, that you weren't anybody, and you went on like a journey. Hermit, you went solo journey. After kind of being betrayed and feeling left out in the cold, you went on this journey by yourself. And you didn't, you could have given up too. You could have given up on yourself, but you didn't. Or maybe you did. Maybe you did give up a little bit on yourself because the people that you were around were projecting this onto you, making you feel like you weren't enough. And you started to believe that. It's sad. It's sad. And I feel like now you're on this journey of rediscovering yourself. And you're going within. You're this hermit going through this labyrinth, trying to get out of this energy. This is literally like quest. Look, it's like the same energy with the lantern. You're on a spiritual journey. And yeah, you're kind of feeling lost. Let's see this hermit. But you're learning to trust yourself. You're learning to be in tune with to be in tune with your intuition, or to be in tune with the Most High. Why the Knight of Swords in the reverse? Emperor and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so there could have been, what is this? This could be a masculine energy. Yeah. This masculine energy could have said something to you very ruthless. King of Swords in the reverse is kind of like a nasty energy. Yeah, look at that. Justice in the reverse with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. The things that they said, or the things that this person said about you, wasn't true. It was unfair. It was unjust. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like you're on this journey. Yeah, there's that tower. It's all like falling apart. It's all crumbling down. It's all crumbling down, Sag. But I feel like you're definitely on the right path. You're getting your power back. And you're freeing yourself. By the way you see, I'm getting, it's like you're freeing yourself from this mindset. From this old mindset. Yeah, girl with the snake. Snake. Empath and narcissistic paradigm. Being charmed or used, enable boundaries. Yeah. Let's see. Boat, receiving what you want, progressing, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So you're moving forward. You're moving forward. You're trying to get out of this labyrinth. 818. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you may be feeling used. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. Let me know if it resonated, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.